Welcome to Lifestyles of the Strange and Exotic. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this or not, whether I'm going to be successful, what the hell I'm actually doing. Now, it has been 4 or 5 days, maybe not even that, since I have gotten my hair cut. And if you follow me on, like, Facebook or Instagram, most likely, you will have seen the do. And what I've been playing with ever since. I've managed to get the Shih Tzu look dead on. But it's still not quite what I wanted. I mean, she did what I wanted. I mean, kudos to the girl. And I'm like, thinking, because caffeine does that to my head, I'm like, I want something that I can upkeep myself. And a shorter hairdo, it's kind of, I'm sure like the hairdressers, hairdo people are like, cha-ching, cha-ching. And it's like $20 every couple of weeks. And it's like, since I gave myself my undercut, which I still love, I want something I can kind of deal with myself. And having seen, if you've been here enough time, my lovely hairdos. And it's like, I want something I can do myself, and I play with my hair, and it's like, I'm old and senile now, So I'm like, I want basically a punk pixie. And I'm sort of gravitating towards a la Miley Cyrus. Now, I hate this chick, okay? I am not a fan of Miley Cyrus. I never have been. But that later on kind of, like undercut, but like poof up here, and you can spike it up. That's kind of where I want to go. And what I got, I think I posted like the original picture while I'm still there. I still end up looking like a freaking soccer mom, or somebody posted not too long ago, what the hell is that woman that had like 3 litters of children and her husband was Asian? That kind of thing. And it's like, that's what it kept reminding me of. And I'm like, no, it's still not quite right. So, is it wrong to adjust the haircut you just got? Because I'm like, and I'm playing with my hair. A problem I've never had. Too much hair. Where it's like too much on this side. Because she cut it so it's like puffy over here, which works, but then it's just too much over here. Strange problems, I know. But then I'm a Gemini, so I'm like, meh. So I kind of like to do like a faux hawk. Enough where it's like short enough to like puff it up without looking like, again, if you saw my Instagram picture of like the goth chick. And then my attempt at the goth lady. And I'm like, that's so awesome. But I'm like, Einstein. So it's like, not quite. Though I still love that woman's hairdo, and I'd love to do that. If I could find a good, like, non-permanent black, I'd definitely invest in that. And I haven't colored my hair yet because I like the blonde so far, but when it starts getting dingy in the roots. But then I've got to work with what I've got. Now, well, you can see better than I. That's the back of my noggin. And I still want to be able to access that, and it's nowhere near as bad as it was. A la original color there. So, I'd like to have kind of a mohawk. That'd be kind of cool, but still like my undercut. But if I can get like the faux hawk on the top of my head, booyah. So I'm kind of fiddling with what I got here. Is it me, or are these little hairs here just the bane of one's existence? It's like, where the hell is my hairline? And it's like, when you bleach, you gotta have to make sure you're here, and it's like, they're just a pain in my ass, I swear. They're like eyebrows you don't want. These little hairs here. So I'm kind of trying to figure out where to kind of go. And I'm kind of referencing Pinterest, because it's like, that's what I want. Especially when I have a little ball for a head. So I'm going to attempt to use clippers, and I've got the, super expensive kind from Walmart here that has, these. And 1 inch might actually be too long, so I'm going to go 1 and work my way down. And with my undercut, I don't even use the 1/8 inch. So I'm not quite sure. An 1/8 inch. See, that's why, I'm dyscalculic. I would think 1/8 inch would be more than a 1/4 inch. But a 1/4 of an inch is No, 1/8 of an inch is half of a fourth of an inch. See, I sucked. I don't know how the hell I survived algebra half, and that's the only thing I had to take twice. So I'm going to go larger to smaller, because I kind of want, you know, the boy not like straight across, you know, not like undercut short, but close to it. Though we might end up going there. I don't know. But I like the undercut, and I've kind of not fiddled with it, because like, oh, you know, come back in 3 weeks, and I'm like, I haven't do that, you know? So I am attempting to kind of get that part, and then we'll figure out from there. So, well, I might as well continue my incoherent babbling. And as she was doing it, you know, because of my undercut, she's like, oh, well, you know, would you like to, like, shave, like, a design in the back of your head? And it's like, I'm sorry, it might look good for other people, but I think it's silly. And it's like, I'd want, like, the Star Trek symbol or something. It just seems too much of an effort to deal with, you know? It's like you have to go back in every 5 minutes, you know? So, I kind of said no. I'm still referring. We are getting closer. Still kind of working the gump here. And does anyone else hate glasses as much as I do? Ugh. Sight, a good thing to have. I can't see literally from here beyond is blur. So I think I'm still gonna go, you know, a bit shorter so it'll kind of all connect. So I think I'm going to skip that one so I can get more of a faux hawk going. Well, sort of mohawk, because I want it kind of consistent here without quite going that far. Then I can work with the rest of it. So that's what we got so far. So I'm going from lower to the bigger dooflicky to the smaller dooflicky. That's what I'm working with. I'm Gump, and I can't remember the words of the song. Yeah, I'm rocking the Gump, but I found the right kind of length, which is the majority of the experience, so I'll let, you know, everything catch up. So when I do it again, I will know it is a number 2. Could go number 1, but at the moment this is working. So, though I suppose I could do that too, but I know I need a number 2. So that's that. Kind of wonky, but it's in its fledgling phase, so when I molt, I know what I'm got going here. That, and it's balanced with the other side, so all I have to do is pretty much just lift up the longer hair, and it's already kind of, the line has been drawn, basically. So now attempting to match the side on the other side, which is funny, I did all this with my left hand. So, let's see. And I had gerbils all over my boobies. Okay. On to the next side. After cleaning up said gerbils and deciding which number to go by, that went a lot quicker. And it's about as close to being gumpified as I can get. So I'm dropping safety pins everywhere. So now that's pretty much set. It is now trying to discover, boom shot, hey baby, what to do here. Hear that happening? Well, that's an improvement right there. And I already kind of trimmed this. I told I didn't want it like any shorter than my mouth, but then he had just this one little string. And then again, with the freaking glasses, it's like, yep. Anybody want to give me some 20/20 eyeballs? Preferably in like gold or blood red. Hey, okay. See, like I said, it's like I've never had too much puff. So it's like, what? Okay. So I'm getting closer. The back is probably even more gumpalicious. So I'm rather impressed with myself. I might actually even it out to match what I already have. So this is what I've got. So if I do that, I'm at least, I was going to say, hey boobies, I'm at least brilliant, this was the word I was going to say. Anybody else have a ball for a head and just can't quite figure out what to do? See, I still end up like Soccer Mom. Why? Why do I have like a Soccer Mom face? Is that? I am so nondescript and non-threatening. It's like, Soccer Mom, there's a badass in here wanting to get out. And I ran even farther away. This is teasing it a little bit and kind of flipping it over to the other side. And I realized I have this like natural color strip where the blonde means the thing. Well, since it's symmetrical, we can pretend it's on purpose. So I don't know. This is more of what I'm aiming for, but again, I don't know if it's still too long. But this is kind of working better than I thought. But is this too much puff? I do have like an actual, the brush came with it. So this, I want something a little, then I don't want anything that's like, I gotta spend 20 minutes in the loo doing my hair. I'm not the one. I'm lucky I can remember to comb my hair, let alone do anything like extraordinary with it. So, yeah, and I don't know what you're seeing here, but that's the back, but I like the length of the back. So that's okay. So I don't. Can you see the stripe there? So yeah, I'm gonna go down to the 1 and match that up. But this is, again, earshot. What I want is a fancy do. So actually, maybe just back combing it. Question to like hair models or anybody who knows a hair model. If they do like a short haircut, take your pictures, aren't you kind of out of work until like a year later when it grows out till they can do something again? What do you do in the meantime? Unless they pay you a shit ton of money that you can live off of it for that. I don't know. What's the story with hair models? Okay, so I think I'll do that. Kind of what I'm kind of close to. Too much Soccer Mom. This is basically phase 2, so we'll see what happens next. So I'll clean up what I got. Yay. Well, the one thing we've learned is that I can really rock the pebbles. And it's like, if you stare like straight at my nose, you can even tell that this ear is so much lower than the other. So I'm like, boy, is this high up? It's like, no, this is even to this, just not even with the ears. So, yes, I cleaned it up best I can do. Feel much better. I feel symmetrical now. So yeah, but I'm happy with that. Well, there's a look we've discovered. Rock on. So, I guess I shall leave you with that note. Sorry, hairdressers, that, especially when you know how much they pay for their goods, and it's like, why am I paying you so much money? Ugh. And I'm not a people person, so it takes a lot to get me into a hairdresser. But I liked the chick that did my hair, but it was sort of like cautious, and then it's like, I know what I want. It's like, no, you gotta wait till it grows in, and I'm like, it's not what I want per se. So, hey, what do you know? I suppose better than the Boodle-Doo, but let's see. The horror that is the back of my head. That's the thing, my head is in the way, so I can't see the back of my head. Well, not as messy as it always is, but we're getting there, so yeah. See, this is kind of more, the spiky, punky, retro, I don't know. Sure. I feel more me now. It's like it's not like, how do I even explain it? It's like the me that's always wanting to be there to get out is like slowly coming out. So this is like me. Finally, it's like I'm chiseling away the different pieces, and I'm like, haha, there you were. I thought you died many, many years ago. So you get to kind of have a little bit of journey with me as well. So, alrighty. I did manage to kind of trim my hair and having it done professionally does give you an actual template to go by, so I knew what angle to kind of use. So I just kind of dampened my hair and added some mousse and was just sort of playing with it. But this is pretty damn close to what I wanted. But I'm still not quite sure what to do with the part side. So it's like still too long. Do I shorten it? Do I what? So this tiny little bit here is still a problem child. But this is as close as I'm going to get. So, yep. Little shorter, little less soccer mom. Of course the blonde isn't helping much either, but you know. I am about as close as I'm going to get. So, which usually looks like, what looks good to me is either like really old lady or like, of course I live in the butthole of New England, so it's like we're one step above Amish for like, you know, being on trend type of thing. So it's like, I don't know nothing about the trends. This is what I'm happy with for me. If I happen to be on trend, it's totally by accident. So, yeah, kind of never on purpose that. So, I think it was a success. So I worked off of what she did, so she kind of gave me a foundation. And it's like, you know, trying to explain, then not go. I was like, I want Miley Cyrus. Like, not quite, but, you know. So I'm close. I might be able to work a mohawk. So, I don't know. That's something to play with later. But I am close. This is as close as I'm going to get. Now I'm all full of mousse and foofiness. So. End adamendum. Bye. I came in like a wrecking ball.